Imagine a dynasty at the height of its power, a red empire so dominant, so precise, so terrifyingly efficient that the world believed nothing could touch it. Ducati stood on top of MotoGP as if carved from iron. The Desmosedici ruled the straights, conquered the corners, and silenced doubts with every checkered flag. But behind the noise of engines and roaring crowds, a different truth was unfolding. A truth written not in speed, but in numbers. Inside Audi's headquarters, far from the glow of victory, financial charts told a much darker story. Sales were falling. Costs were rising. And by the end of 2025, the order was clear: strict budget cuts until 2026. Ducati looked invincible on the track, yet financially fragile behind closed doors. It was a paradox the public didn't see. A machine built for victory, powered by a bank account quietly bleeding. And just as this tension grew, the sport welcomed back a titan whose shadow reshaped everything: Marc Marquez. His 2025 comeback was nothing short of mythical. A champion reborn, carving through the season with the fury of someone rewriting his own legacy. Fans adored him. Sponsors chased him. The sport revolved around him. Marquez wasn't just a rider, he was an industry. But with greatness came a price that Ducati could barely comprehend. His new market value soared into a territory only legends occupy: 12 to 15 million euros, an amount that, under Audi's new restrictions, looked less like an investment and more like financial collapse waiting to happen. Every podium Marquez earned became a double-edged sword. The world cheered for the champion. The accountants sighed at the cost. Ducati now faced the cruelest irony of all. The victory that saved their legacy might destroy their future. And as Marquez's star rose higher, someone else within the Red Empire felt the ground tremble beneath his feet. Francesco Bagnaia, three-time world champion, modern Ducati icon, the face of an era, entered 2025 with expectations of glory. Instead, he found inconsistency, doubt, and pressure chipping away at his confidence. His rhythm faltered, his results dipped, and for the first time in years, he wasn't the center of Ducati's universe. The garage shifted focus. Decisions favored the new king, and Bagnaia felt the weight of something unspoken. He was no longer untouchable. His contract ends in 2026, but Audi's financial squeeze speaks louder than his past triumphs. Keeping two megastars is impossible. Ducati must choose between the legend reborn and the champion they once built their future around. And the harsh truth is this: Bagnaia's fate might be decided not by his past, but by how he performs against Marquez in 2026. Yet the Red Empire's problems do not exist in a vacuum, because, as Ducati wrestles with internal tension, a storm approaches from the outside, one shaped by sheer talent and unfiltered ambition. Toprak Razgatlioglu arrives in MotoGP, carrying the fire of a gladiator and the unpredictability of a phenomenon. His first day on Yamaha's satellite machine was modest. His second day made the entire paddock fall silent. Telemetry showed what only legends can do: adapt at a pace no rookie should. Toprak didn't come as an experiment. He came with a dream worthy of the greatest, becoming Yamaha's new global icon, reviving the legacy once defined by Valentino Rossi, and carving a path that could even lead him beyond motorcycles someday. His style forced Yamaha to rethink its foundations. His hunger forced the grid to pay attention. A new star wasn't rising. A force was awakening. But the most dangerous shift of all came from a place few expected. Aprilia, once dismissed as a dark horse, entered 2026 with financial strength, technical clarity, and a long-term vision untouched by the chaos consuming Ducati. At the center of their project stood Marco Bezzecchi. His 2025 season established him as one of the most complete riders on the grid. Mature, aggressive, relentless, Aprilia saw what others overlooked. Bezzecchi wasn't the future, he was the present. While Ducati counted costs, Aprilia counted opportunities. While Ducati hesitated, Aprilia invested. And quietly, methodically, they began shaping a machine designed not just to compete, but to conquer. Their next move triggered shockwaves. A major long-term contract offer for Bezzecchi, designed to lock him into the Aprilia empire before the rider market exploded. The era of playing catch-up was over. Aprilia was preparing an attack. A new kind of war now engulfed MotoGP, Not just a racing war, but a contract war. Ducati's dilemma was reaching a breaking point. Marquez or Bagnaia? Stability or superstardom? Present dominance or future survival? Around the paddock, whispers grew louder. Some insiders believed Ducati should sacrifice Marquez for long-term stability. Others insisted that letting the reigning champion walk away would be unforgivable. Meanwhile, Aprilia secured their future, Yamaha solidified theirs with Toprak, and Ducati remained trapped between desire and disaster until Audi delivered a decision that changed everything. A financial earthquake. The latest quarter results forced Audi to tighten the budget even further. Development freezes, delayed upgrades, reduced staff. Contract limitations. For the first time in a decade, Ducati entered a season without full freedom to innovate. Engineers felt the strain, mechanics sensed uncertainty, and analysts across the paddock quietly asked the unthinkable: is this the beginning of Ducati's downfall? The timing could not be worse, because MotoGP 2026 approaches with the weight of destiny. Marquez carries the expectations of a champion, paid like a global superstar. Bagnaia fights not only for victories, but for a place in Ducati's future. Toprak arrives with fire strong enough to ignite Yamaha's rebirth. Bezzecchi leads an Aprilia project sharper, calmer, and more dangerous than ever. The grid is no longer defined merely by talent. It is defined by economics, politics, pressure, and ambition colliding head-on. When the lights go out in 2026, the world will watch who accelerates first. But for the riders, this is not just a race, it is survival, it is legacy. It is the rewriting of MotoGP's balance of power. A dynasty may fall, a new empire may rise. Heroes will be tested, legends will be reshaped, and only one truth remains certain: speed alone will not decide the future. Endurance will, strategy will, because in this new era, the real battle isn't fought with engines, but with everything a team has left when the storm finally hits.